RadioMaster TX16s Mode 2 to Mode 1 conversion. In this video, we're going to switch the throttle from the left side of the radio to the right. Prepare a 1.5mm hex drive and a Phillips screwdriver. Let's take the 1.5mm hex drive and loosen the screw by turning it counterclockwise until the head of the screw is on the same level as the gimbal plate. The gimbal should start to show signs of self-centering. We're going to improve this by physical adjustments to the back of the radio later. Moving on to the right-hand gimbal, use the same 1.5mm hex drive and tighten the screw by turning it clockwise. Tighten this screw all the way down until the gimbal loses its self-centering characteristics. Now let's flip the radio over to do further adjustments. For demonstration purposes, the hand grips have been removed from the radio. Behind the new throttle gimbal are two access holes. These allow the user to adjust the gimbal tension and gimbal ratchet. Use a Phillips screwdriver on the inboard hole to adjust the throttle tension. Increase the tension of the throttle stick by turning the screw clockwise. Decrease the tension of the stick by turning the screw counterclockwise. You can also enable or disable the throttle ratchet by adjusting the screw underneath the outboard access hole. Adjust these two screws until the stick matches the stick feel you're looking for. Now let's move on to the self-centering stick and improve that self-centering feel. We're going to remove the tension and the ratchet from the now self-centering stick by adjusting the screws underneath this access hole. Turn the inboard screw counterclockwise until no abnormal tension is felt in the vertical axis. If the ratchet was previously enabled on this stick, please disable it by releasing the outboard screw. This concludes the physical modifications needed to change from Mode 2 to Mode 1 on the RadioMaster TX16s. Next, we're going to do the software changes necessary to change the radio from Mode 2 to Mode 1. Turn on the radio and bypass the throttle warning. Press and hold the system button. Scroll right with the scroller to radio setup and change the mode selection to Mode 1. Anytime any adjustment is made to the gimbals, it's always good practice to calibrate the gimbals. Press and hold the system button. Scroll right to hardware and press on calibration. Follow the instructions as presented on the screen. Let's press enter to start. Center both sliders, both pots, and both gimbals. Press enter. Now we're going to move both gimbals very slowly and very deliberately in a plus pattern. Repeat this process a couple of times for both gimbals, and make sure you don't forget to calibrate the pots and the sliders. Now let's make sure that the calibration process was done correctly. We're going to exit the calibration screen. We're going to go all the way to the main screen. Let's press enter here and go to channel monitor. Here we can see the sticks move in a graphical form. Please verify that the graphs are showing the correct midpoints and endpoints.